Welcome back to another great episode of Kendra's Corner. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For the ones who do not know about what Kendra's Corner is, it is a podcast dedicated to random polling questions, dedicated to tomfoolery. If you are a comedian who wants to get your startup, right? Because I'm telling y'all, man, the next two comedians that I got on this stage, on this platform, one of them had traveled with Sinbad in his earlier days, and the other one had traveled with Tracy Morgan in his later days, and another one traveled with some more. All right, so we're gonna figure out who's who. But with all that being said, before I get bring the people on, y'all know how I come. I always gotta start off by saying my two messages. I just want to say, do rags aren't even for waves anymore. It's really hiding these men's hairline, okay? Because I done figured it out. And vagina is just like car tires, used car tires. That the more mileage it has, the worse it's off. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and bring somebody who I've done comedy with out there at Uptown Comedy Corner. We was at the Grand Fume Lounge first time I came across him, and he comedic genius, comedian Reggie Reed,
Yes,
out there
sir.
hard
Yes,
work,
sir. Y'all know what
out
it
there
is.
hard working.
How y'all doing?
Hey, how you, brother? Hold on. We can't forget this other person who you met last week. It's like the peanut butter to the jelly. Pause. Right. This brother is hilarious. Okay, he was one who was out there traveling with Sinbad about 40 years ago. KG.
KGZ.
If you ever disrespect me in front of company like that
What?
again, what am I?
What you gonna
Nothing.
do?
I'm here. No, I'm hearing somebody talking about something about peanut butter and jelly.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm in a hospital and
Oh, you
people
in beside the
walking by,
cafeteria?
so you might. Huh?
Oh, it's all good, brother. It's all good.
Yeah, man. I
Oh my
had
god.
they told me I can't eat their regular food. I gotta come to the cafeteria in the hospital and get
I'm
whatever they serving. So
I'm be honest with you, dog. I worked at a hospital for like 10 something years, man. That's the best food you can get. To be honest with you,
yeah, but it's
yeah,
the best unseasoned food you can get. God dang.
man.
I was
Not
gonna
at
say
all.
it's really not that good.
Ain't
No, not at
shit
all.
seasoned.
Shoot,
Ain't
us. They come with it.
In
what you
Valdosta.
you what you push the little cart around and get a trays out? That what you do in the
Mm-mm.
hospital?
No, man, I was a transporter, man. I pushed the people around to like if you needed an X-ray, CAT scan, nuclear med scan, any of
Oh,
that
he's
right there.
strong. Oh, he's strong. How many how many people you used to push around? How many people you pushed around today, bro?
Shit, man, on a good day, man, I'd probably say like I don't know if some of my people listen to this, correct me on this. 'Cause I know this might be a wrong number, but it felt like around 60 or 70 people, man. 'Cause,
A
we did.
day?
Yeah, well, at its busiest, yes, and stuff, 'cause we got the labor and deliveries, you know, sometimes we had to help the OR out. I mean, shoot, man,
Mm-mm.
it got busy, man, a lot of times, man, especially when the full moon out, you had the cycle ward up there, boy. I got some stories about that joker there, boy.
Can you give us
Mm-mm.
one story? Go ahead, KG. Give us one story, please. One
Well,
story.
the patient that I went to go get at the time, it was coming from the ER, and she seemed like a pretty cool chick. She was alright. She wasn't hysterical. She wasn't acting crazy or nothing like that. So, it seems like every time we get all the way up to the fifth floor, and they see that we are entering the psych ward because you must be buzzed in, that's when they want to show their ass. Oh hell no! Why you put me in here? I ain't crazy. I didn't say you did, ma'am. What you put me in here for? So I made up this lie right here. I said, we overbooked back there. It ain't no more beds right here, so we just using this wing as an extra stage. You're like, oh, okay, okay. So when we get them in there, and I push them into the room, I go ahead and push them in the room, and I shut the door because there's already some guys and stuff back there because they automatically know when they get into the room and when they see them, they gonna show their ass. So therefore, when they come up in there and they do that, that's when I just push them on in, close the door, and the next thing you know, you hear a bunch of furniture moving.
A bunch of furniture moving. That's hilarious. That ain't that where I think you said this on the podcast before. That's how you met your BM who's a side chick who turned that was the same one, right?
Man, please, I met some of everybody at that joke, man. There's so many stories about that place there that I have not disclosed at this time and stuff. I mean, it's man, it's just so many stories, man.
Well, speaking of
So
stories, let's get into some interesting news of the week. All right, so I'm gonna repeat this twice because this story is crazy. Comes out of Florida. All right. So, Reggie, I'm gonna go to you first. A Florida pregnant woman, since we're talking about hospitals, a Florida pregnant woman was attacked by her boyfriend, his wife, and his daughter after they confronted her about cheating on him while pregnant with his baby. And all three of those people were arrested. You want me to repeat it again? Because I had to read
Yeah,
this
you're
story
gonna have to.
multiple times. Okay. A Florida pregnant woman, all right? A Florida pregnant woman was attacked by her boyfriend, his wife, and his daughter after they confronted her about cheating on him while pregnant with his baby. And all three were arrested.
was she
Man.
she was the surrogate or something?
No, she was not the surrogate.
Cause I'm trying to figure out how came in by the wife. See
She
that's
was
how
just
that's be wrong with y'all women. Y'all women don't know how to play y'all role. You feel?
You
You
right?
don't know how to play your goddamn role. All she had to do was play her role, and everything would have been copacetic. She done went hollering at Big Dick John over here. Now she done got everything all mixed up. You gotta play your role, man. If you decide
okay.
it,
Hold
you
on,
decide it.
I got a question, Reggie. I
Huh?
got a question. I have a question. How can men you say and you're agreeing? Hey, pops, what's up, pops? Pops from Chicago.
Hey, what was happening?
So I got a question. How is it that you said that we as women don't know how to play our role if you all as men aren't doing what y'all's granddaddies and great granddaddies was doing back in the day? The women knew how to act right. Like y'all aren't allowing this type of stuff to happen.
I
Not
don't know
really.
now. Be careful now what you ask for now, okay? Be careful
He
because Grandpa was a Rolling Stone, you understand? Because your sister has been living around the corner, all right?
When
Y'all been playing together.
it was easy to take care of two homes back in the day. Rent
Yes, it
was
was.
$6. Rent $6, light bill $1.50, eggs was 10 cents a gallon. Come on now, one paycheck gonna take care of that. So you can have two families. 2 weeks over here at this household and 2 weeks over here at that household. That's the money.
Yep, it was very much easier. I remember back in the day dating a chick that worked for Union Pacific. You know, Union Pacific, they always gone. So he had a family on one end of the train line and a family on the other side of the train line. You know what I'm
But let me
talking
ask
about?
you something. Let me ask you this, Kendra. Why when the woman is the side piece, it always fucks up?
I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing because I've never been there. I've always been the main piece. Clock it, clock it, clock it.
Oh, excuse us, excuse us.
No, she
Uh,
hasn't.
All right, we this
excuse
ain't this ain't this ain't
me,
lying,
you gotta
Kendra's
be
Hey,
pulling
corner
back.
now.
hey,
This ain't lying,
Me
Kendra's
and KG
corner.
know
No, I'm
about
just
your
I'm just
adventures in
joking,
Memphis.
Kendra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I
We
think it's because they catch feelings. That's why, like I said, as men, you don't look. Pops, you missed last week's episode, but last week we said, don't look that woman in the eye when you having sex with her. And plus, I'm saying I love you. He probably said I love you. She's like, oh no, like we really together. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That's where it go back to y'all women don't know how to play y'all role. See, a man could be a side piece. A man could be a side piece for 30 years
It won't give a damn.
and won't say nothing, won't do nothing, gonna go by the guidelines. If you say call me at 7, don't call me at 701. At 701, that nigga ain't calling. But that woman, 702, she picking up the phone.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny. Like, get off my phone. Get get off my phone. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Well, Pops, let me go ahead and ask you. I know you kind of came in at the tail end. So basically, this is the interesting news of the week. A Florida pregnant woman. Now listen to this because I had to read this multiple times. A Florida pregnant woman was attacked by her boyfriend. So basically, a side piece. She was attacked by her boyfriend, his wife, and his daughter after they confronted her. All three of them confronted her about cheating on him while pregnant with his baby.
That's the wildest shit ever. But I commend the family for sticking up for the baby daddy. You know, bitch, you don't cheat on us. What is wrong with you? You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
you
What
talking about?
you talking about? You don't cheat on us. We allow you into this family. All right, don't disrespect the family. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
when you
man.
disrespect the man, you disrespect his family. You know what I'm talking about? We let
That's
you in
how I
it.
want my wife to do.
Hell
Shit.
yeah, go beat. You know, like
Beat that bitch up for cheating on me.
you know, my side bitch is getting out of hand. Go ahead,
Beat her up for cheating
beat
on me.
that bitch. Hey,
Mhm.
For cheating on me, you got me fucked up, baby.
right?
Mhm.
It cheating
Y'all,
on us. She was literally cheating on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So she had to get them hands. You know what I mean?
Especially if
okay.
she made all the money. I mean, if she made a whole lot more money, then how dare you? You need your ass.
Oh yeah, that could be another avenue. Also, she
Mm,
running in her pockets. No, but you ain't finna give
yeah.
up our money. You know what I'm talking about?
She didn't know she was supplying the whole family. See, when you supply the whole family, see, you fucking the money up when you cheat on me and stuff. So of course you need your ass checked. When that right
Mhm.
there is to happen.
And he's probably using her car, taking the
Yeah,
family places. You know what I'm talking about? How dare you put your sad nigga in our car? You know what
I
I'm talking
get it.
about?
She did all
Four
this
kids, 16,
before the bills was
17
paid.
years
That's
old,
why this
they
came out the
ain't
way it
getting that
was.
money no more. They ain't getting what they normally got off the taxes. So they need you to have a baby so they can get their child tax credit in February. You feel me?
All that. Probably using her food stamp card too. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Y'all
Shorty had to get whooped. She had to learn.
y'all are hilarious. Well, let me KG, do you have anything else you want to say before I give my response?
Go right ahead, because
Okay. I don't
that is some super ghetto, non-educational bullshit I've ever heard or seen before in my life.
You said that was in Florida, right?
Mm.
yes.
I mean, that's expected down there. Shout out to
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, shout out to Florida. Yeah, so I'm in that water, but I don't have nothing to say. I'm just gonna agree with all y'all because I'm like, how they gonna get mad at like what? Okay, let's go to the next one. KG, let me come to you first. Another interesting news of the week I found. A woman finally says yes to her boyfriend after 43 proposals since 2018. What are your
Well,
thoughts?
she had to get the rest of the men out the way. So, when all this fails, I mean, shoot, go to. You always got this brother right here at the end of the totem pole, so this
Yeah, with
lotto
that.
car finally hit.
Yeah, that brother is lacking the family that other guy, that Florida guy, need. He should have
Basically,
brought
Nah,
his family.
can you read the question again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
No, you're good. I'm about to come to you next, Reggie. So, a woman finally says yes to her boyfriend after 43 proposals since 2018.
Oh, he simped out.
Of
Ain't no
course.
way in hell I'm proposing twice. Fuck 43. Like, after you turned me down the first time, it's over with.
Of course.
I'm not finna
I
keep
agree.
proposing. I'm not finna keep proposing to you and you keep turning me down. It's too many women out here in the world for that. Ain't no way in hell I'm finna keep 43 times. Bro, she don't want you, bro. She don't want to be with you.
And if she do get with him and stuff, he's just gonna be something to cheat on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
40, bro, if you have to ask a woman more than once something, bro, she's not interested.
Nah.
If you ask her more than if you have to ask her twice for something, if you ask her for some pussy more than once, she don't want to give you none, money.
Nope.
Nope. Not at all.
It's just that simple.
Mhm.
That's
You know what I'm
funny.
saying?
Hilariously
No,
said.
he's simple.
And all three of y'all are married, so look, you it would have never happened. Pops,
That's just like a female talking about why you don't want to continue having sex with me. It was just one roach on the wall. I'm sorry. If I see that one roach, that's it. We got to go. Mm-mm.
well,
That
Pops, what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, obviously he ain't got nobody. He ain't got no real friends, no real family. He ain't got nobody looking out for his best interest. He's just shorty. I think she got some good head. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard to find good head these days. So she sucks it.
Wait, did you just say that?
It's like a epidemic, like bad head
I
is
mean,
everything.
good head can be taught though, bro. You know what I'm saying? That is a teachable thing. You could
That's
teach a
not
girl.
true. Hold up, that's actually not true.
That's not true.
Wait,
Some
that's
some
not
women
true.
out
Hold
some
on, hold on.
Man,
Let
Bro,
me
you
interject
gotta,
real
bro.
quick,
It
real
don't
quick.
matter. It don't matter what it is, bro. You can teach a girl how to suck your dick, bro. How
you
you like
sure
your dick
can.
sucked.
Mm-hmm.
How you like your dick sucked. You can teach her that.
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, them women was stubborn. They like, nah, other people liked it the way I did. I'm like,
But see,
I
back
ain't
in the
got.
day, it was frowned upon. You see what I'm saying? Back in the day, a girl that gave head was frowned upon. See, nowadays, thank you God for whoever did this. They
I second the
they
motion.
love that. They relish in that type of thing. They call themselves dick suckers now. You see what I'm saying? Back in the day, that was a derogatory thing. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I would
That's why
say,
they didn't know how to do it.
Unless you had $100 bill. Let me tell y'all
Yeah,
something. Back in the day, $100 bill can get you soot outside of church.
boy,
outside of church.
in
On the
church,
step,
in
on the
church,
pew step.
at the little in the little back hallway.
Yes, sir.
You know where they had back there in them rooms where they had Sunday school. You feel
Mm-hmm.
Let me find out y'all have had those escapades there.
me?
All right, fellas, let's
Man, you
go.
ain't
Try
never
to.
had them. You ain't never been in no lock in. Have you ever been to church and went under one of them
I
lock
I've never
ins?
been to a lock-in. No, I have not.
Oh well,
Uh,
you a virgin.
Boy, she ain't lived life yet, brother.
She's a
I
virgin. She's a
haven't.
virgin.
Oh, it's okay. I haven't. One day I can do
You
that with
ain't.
my husband.
You mustn't go.
Um,
You must wasn't raised in church. Cause I was
I
raised.
was,
Yeah,
but
we
like
was. I
everything
was.
was a sin. I was very
You gotta be
sheltered.
raised in church to be able to experience those type of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was
Mm-hmm.
raised, but like the kids ministry and teen ministry, they didn't have that. We just went home.
You was 7 Day Adventist one.
Hold on, say that again.
You was 7 Day Adventist.
No, I'm not no 7 Day Adventist. I went to a non-denominational church.
You went to the church where it wore them skirts. Then that y'all couldn't wear number skirts to church. You couldn't wear pants.
No, we could wear jeans. We could, it was non-denominational. I went to Corpo Dallas Church, World Changers. That's how I grew up.
Oh, you a freak. Or you definitely a freak. You went to Creflo. You you went to Creflo. Shit, you freaked out.
Well, I got a quick story though. So this is a true story. So we were doing a music video set. One of his daughters, she had a music video set, and it was like it was all day long. And I remember one of the kids, we just kind of like snuck off and we just got all freaky like in the back area. But I mean, we didn't like we just fondled each other. That was about it. That's the only church story I got.
That's
and,
it. That's all y'all did?
That's all we
I
did.
mean, that's a lot at church. Like,
He just touched it.
Yeah, he just like like choked me up. I think that's what he did. He choked me. Yeah.
My
You like that type
escapades
of
really
shit?
didn't start till I got older because I was a little green growing up in church and stuff like that. Actually, I was a lot of green. My stuff didn't start till like after 16, 17, 18, whew, 19, when I started, seeing stuff like that right there, So, but mine was mostly in the bushes, though.
You say you was in the bushes. You are funny. Well, I don't have nothing to say except yes, I agree with y'all about the woman finally saying yes. He's gonna make her life hell, man. This is like really for what's his name? Urkel and Laura. That's what this is. Let's go to the random polls of the evening.
Please.
So question one, and I'm gonna go to Pops with this. What was a scam that you got yourself caught up in?
a scam. All those Ponzi schemes. I love being the first in a Ponzi scheme because everybody in the beginning makes the money. Everybody at the end loses. I remember I was in a Ponzi scheme for a church where they said if you give us X amount of dollars, we give you X amount of dollars back, and we're gonna invest in real estate. Now, mind you, this is a church saying this. I already know it's a Ponzi scheme. You all know what I'm talking about in the church. Well, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna do this in God's name. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It was called More Than Enough. I mean, the pastor, everybody went to jail, but all of us that got in the beginning, we got all the money and we got out. You know what I mean?
that's good. It's kind of like running a train, right? You want to be the first person. After that, you out of there. All right.
Amen.
Okay. Reggie, what was a scam that you got yourself caught up in?
The scam that everybody caught up in. Goddamn car insurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Allstate said,
That's the biggest goddamn scam in the world. How
Yes,
am I
it
paying
is.
you $300 for something that might happen? I'm paying you all this money for. I don't have a wreck for 8 years. I had one little fender bender. Now my doggone insurance $900 a month. Like what is? The finesse is real.
Hey Reggie, hold up. You know what's so crazy? We don't have to have health, vision, or dental insurance. It's not required. But we have to have car insurance. And if not, we go to jail. We get our cars towed. And I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
It's a scam.
Like I
right.
say, that's the
KG,
biggest scam in the world.
Same with you, KG. Go ahead.
I think the scam that I'm thinking about, I think every man in the world has been caught up in, and that's being with a female that's fussing at you, telling you that she wants you to be real with her. But how can we be real with you when you got on fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake nails, fake pumps, possibly fake drawers? I mean, damn. I mean, but you want us to be real with you, though. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I like that car insurance. I'm gonna give my a quick scam that I got myself caught up in. The Television Podcast Network, the
I know this nigga
network
ain't
or
trying to
whatever.
piss in front of the house. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Motherfuckers just be pulling up right here doing the most. Oh, y'all go ahead.
But the TBN network, they had Miracle Water, right? Like the Peter Popoff Miracle Water. We had the green of Miracle rag, and if you drink the water, like all of a sudden miracles happen, right? Same thing. Kenneth Copeland, You go look at that man. That man looks like Lucifer himself. Look at him in his eyes. That man, like that's a scam right there. But I will tell you, Benny Hinn did the same thing. Go watch Benny Hinn stuff. He will sit here, get a whole T-shirt, slap people in the mid-air, and then all of a sudden the whole row like domino just fall back and fly back. And they're like, he held me.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
But I will say a scam I remember, the most memorable. I was 18 years old, and I used to work at the gym. So there was a woman who came through, and they like to find people who are green. At that time, I was real green. So she came through, and she basically told me it was kind of like pretty much a Ponzi scheme. She told me about, and Pops, I got the latter end of the Ponzi scheme. So I literally
that's the bad.
That's the man. I got the bad end. So she told me about, hey, this thing, if you'll basically get money by getting more customers, clientele to sign up. So I remember she told me about go downtown Atlanta, and I won't be there. It was a Tuesday night. She says, go downtown. I won't be there, but you can go to whatever they convention to know more about the program. And I said, okay. So I signed up. I was excited. She's like, I got 3 cars. Her cars was like a Pinto, an old broken down Suburban. It was nothing that was like a Maserati or a Bugatti. It wasn't nothing that was expensive that makes people want to go and sign up. So I remember I had bought these outfits. I went downtown. Everybody in there looked so happy. They cheered and all that type of stuff, not realizing this is a paid audience, right? And so my mother found out about it. My mom was 38 hot. Thank God for parents. Thank God for parents. Because y'all really will ride for y'all's kids if you know that your child's being taken advantage of. My mom was 38 hot. She said, you need to get your money back. And I'm so glad I did. I got it back within the, a 5-7 day trial period. And that was it. But that was really the scam right there. I will tell you. I almost got caught up in those Cash App scams as well. So, I will say that. KG, let me go to you next. Question number 2 of the night. Why is it that once a man finally finds a woman who listens and completes him, he still doesn't want to marry her?
Because 9 times out of 10, we think that the woman is really a man that had to set change, because there's no such thing as a woman that listens to a man.
What is wrong with you? Okay, Reggie, your answer.
What's the question again?
I said, why is it that once a man finally finds a woman who listens and completes him, he still doesn't want to marry her?
Because she already married.
You said, say it again?
Because she already married.
She's already married. Okay. All right.
Because if I find a woman, if I got a woman that can complete me, I'm complete. Like, that's it.
That's it.
Right?
Should be.
Am I tripping?
No, you're not. But you'd be surprised. There's some men who are like that, There's some men who are like that. Well,
some people think the word marriage it complicates things. Mm-hmm. They think that once everything is all fine and dandy, but now that y'all married, that's when all the bullshit comes in. But really, the bullshit was always there. You were just looking over it because you was looking at it. So that's another reason why men wouldn't marry a significant other.
That's very true. What about you, Pops? Go ahead.
I guess it depends on where he had in his journey in life. I know I told you about my healing process. Like I said, I met a lot of people that I vibe with, but I mean, mentally I wasn't right because I was in that ordeal for so long, so I dated out of loneliness, not out of need. You know what I'm talking about? So everybody that I met was just basically holding space, even though they were nice people. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of figure out what a guy is in stage of life or his journey and what he's actually looking for. You know what I mean? You got to ask him right questions and vet him. You know what I mean?
You know what?
So
So I'm gonna let you guys know where this question had come from. So I was watching Cam Newton's podcast, and they had Dr. Brian on it. And Dr. Brian, he was just talking about
you talking
basically,
about that lady?
yeah, yeah.
I don't, I
She
only
just,
is she a real doctor?
I don't know. People just like to just call themselves doctors. I don't really know if she's a real doctor or not.
Oh, it's
But
Doctor Pops. You know,
but I will tell you that there have been some of the things that she said that has been kind of like controversial. But anyway, I'll give you guys a full breakdown. So in one of his episodes when she was on there, he explained how his current girlfriend, who actually is a comedian, his current girlfriend stayed with him throughout the many times of his sex addiction, and most importantly, asked him, why are you like it? It's the root cause of it, right? And so, something that he said no other woman has done. He said that what made her special was because she really wanted to know why are you a sex addict, and so he also mentions that's what he loves so much about her. But when he was in an interview with Dr. Bryant, he mentions wanting more kids and his fear for marriage, and so that's where that question had come from. And then, it was another part of that where it was like, what do you think is the real reason why he may be afraid of marriage? And honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't believe that Cam is afraid of marriage. I just don't, Cam is just one of those people, and I know shade to him because I know he watches this podcast. So Cam, shout out to you. But I honestly believe that Cam is one of those people who just he wants to play a manipulative game. Oh my gosh, I got this sex addiction. Oh my gosh, you complete me, you this, that, and the third. He's saying all this. It's something about his current girlfriend, and she's pregnant again, by the way.
Oh.
It's something about his current girlfriend that he knows that he just doesn't want to be committed to her full term. Because, when you get married, that's a lifelong contract, pretty much. Depending on how you look at it. And so, with that being said, it's definitely something about her. Now, as far as with him, or just not even with him, while there's some men, because again, I think that term marriage scares them. They've listened to the wrong people. They've, listened. They're like, oh man, like for example, I've heard this too many times, where they say that, once you get married, after several years later, the sex is like the first thing to go. And a lot of women, unfortunately, will withhold sex from men. I'm like, y'all was sitting here fornicating years prior to being married, and now that y'all are married, it's gone now? What is wrong with y'all? That doesn't make any sense to me. That's when you should be sitting there swinging from chandelier to chandelier, get your Tarzan and Jane on, making animal sounds, okay?
You know for them animal sounds.
You know what? Screw you. Anyway, so I said,
I'm not sure how them dog sounds work in there, but keep going. That should have turned me off. Like, what the fuck?
I know, right?
Everything ain't for everybody, okay?
They never lied.
So, but I say all that to say, that I honestly believe a person like her, and she's a beautiful woman, but it's no shade to her, but she's like many women out there where she has low self-esteem. She would in her community would always talk about women stay away from men who have all these kids by these different women. You need to know your worth. It's one of those things where she was good at giving advice, but she could not take her own. And it's unfortunate because now you are forever tied to this man because you guys have a kid together, right? And that's what I'm saying. People
pretty much.
Marriage is a huge responsibility. But having a child is not. Like, it's like I would think, even though Pops, your first marriage, right? But you still, as much as you want to get away from your exes, you can't until the kids hit 18. You know, and unfortunately, you still have ties to her. You still got to check in with her, however often this works out and stuff like that.
That's why that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why y'all want to date dudes with millions of baby mamas? He like you say, they have to check in with each one of them, and you don't know how many times he's creeping off with each one of them. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that fascinates me about y'all women.
That's a good question. Oh, that's a random poem. I'm gonna write that down. So listen, don't worry. In the next several months, that question is gonna be up for debate. But I think for me, you know what?
Because ain't no way Future supposed to have 12 baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
I mean, well, he's handsome. He's tall and he's handsome. He's tall, dark skinned, and handsome.
Come on now, y'all. Why do y'all avoiding red flags? Dude is a walking red flags because I think the more y'all women make money, y'all start thinking like men. Y'all start thinking with y'all say men think with their penis. Y'all women start thinking with y'all vagina. Like you said, Future's handsome, so you more than likely that means you'll let him hit and accidentally get pregnant.
It was him and rapper the game. Like I literally had this thing for both of them.
Come on now, at some point we got to stop thinking with our vaginas though.
I said at the time back then, I have grown past that. Like,
if Future getting your present, you're gonna be like, I'm wet. I'm sorry, I'm wet. So I don't even want to hear it.
I'm not gonna lie, Pops. Real quick, KG as well. He had an interview a few years ago, like maybe 3-4 years ago, and the question that they asked him, this was like a GQ interview. They said, "Would you like to be married?" He says, no. They said, "Do you want any more kids?" He says, "You know what? I want to be married first, and then I have more kids." I'm like, "Oh, you can marry me." I literally said that a few years ago. I'm so glad I've grown. I have grown up from that. I have.
Yeah. I have. Me and KG don't believe it at all.
Okay, so with that being said, but you know what? I will say this, right? Where I am now, I don't mind. It used to be a time where I'm like, I'm not gonna ever date no man with kids, because Dr. Bryant, she had mentioned, well, this is kind of crazy. And I think it makes sense, but at the same time, it's kind of like, huh? And I sent this to KG. I sent this to you in the group chat, and she basically said, if you sit here and you date a woman who willingly dates a man who has, past BMs and kids, even if they're older, you are legally signing yourself up to be in a poly relationship. I'm like, how does that make sense? And she basically said, it's like, you're basically, not only are you in a relationship with him, you have to be in a relationship with her and her and her. Like, you all have to basically be in commune together. And I'm like, well, I mean, if you want to look at it like that, but at the same time, the answer is no. Again, there's some men, you're right. There's some men, Pops, who they do creep off with their BMs. And then you have some men who are like, no, listen, I'm co-parenting the best way possible. I don't like you in that manner. Keep it moving. Dr. Bryant, who was in her early 40s, she said that she does not want to date a man who has kids. And I'm like, well, here's my thing. I really hope that she gets what she wants, but also she has to be realistic and say, hey, how old does this man have to be? 18? 22? Like, what?
Yeah, it's hard meeting. I mean, most dudes in their 40s and upper 30s that ain't got kids, they probably fixed. I ain't gonna lie to you. They probably fixed and they ain't telling you. Because I'm quite sure they done ran into something and pre-skeeted. You know what I mean? So those type of people ain't trying to be tied down, and they'll just probably run through a Dr. Bryant with ease. You know what I'm saying? So she needs to not be as like most women. I don't understand the high standards. At a certain age, you should be like Kevin saying. You say giving that shit away. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That shit should be on sale, $3.99. Throwing that shit back. You know what I'm talking about?
$3.99.
$39.99. I give you the 40.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
But let me let me say this, right? Let me say this. That's terrible advice, by the way. But I say, ladies, don't listen to what he said. Kevin
Yeah,
Samuels has
it's
been right about a
sell
lot
it,
of stuff,
sell
but
it.
you can't believe everything, man. Even Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey has been right about a lot of stuff, but some things take it with a grain of salt.
Use
So,
an MF and lie about Steve Harvey. Use an MF and lie.
so I say all that to say. So like I said, like when it comes with, like I said, people like Dr. Brian and whoever. Again, I used to have that same thought process where I'm like, I don't want to date no man who has kids, a man who's in the military. You got to make at least $90,000 a year to even talk to me. But then once I had to sit back and be realistic and be like, okay, well, first off, as you get older, you're going to come across, or oh wait, he also had to be over like 6 feet and taller. Like I just had way too many. It was way too many standards type of thing. And not saying
You
God
you
did not
you were younger when you were making these statements, correct? I mean,
have.
the younger you are, the more you can make those demands. The older you get, you need to start throwing them goddamn demands in the garbage. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
That's
there
it.
you go. There you go. There goes the 6 feet. Throw that in the garbage. There you go. 90K. Throw that in the garbage. There you go. What else I need? I need you to throw in the garbage.
Oh, he had to have a penis that was the size of a Lysol can.
Oh, see, then now you don't want to walk. You trying to get disabled. Pops, I need to
What's
get.
that saying? Once you go black, you end up in a wheelchair.
Yeah,
So yeah, it was. Oh, he had to be a hood dude. I wanted him to be a hood dude.
yeah.
I
You
wanted
want to get shot?
I wanted him to be
Throw it in the garbage.
a God fearing man, like basically close to being a pastor, like really knows the word well. What else did I say? What other, like, very attractive? Somebody who can make me laugh. He's very romantic. What else did I say? Someone tatted all the way up. Oh, you have to know how to cook very well. Yeah, he's yeah, all of that.
Yeah,
But I say
you
all
want the
that.
same thing 99% of the other females, man. So you need to check your competition. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and again, like with you, KJ, you mentioned about your height and all that type of stuff, but it still never stopped you from getting women because of the fact that you had women who were
It didn't, but it didn't, but I did have them spoilers now from females. Like now, they don't just tell you that it's because of your height or anything like that. It always got to be like, nah, you just not my type or something like that. I'm like, girl, all you got to do is just lower that booty down, and I can get to it easier. That's all you got to do.
That's all you.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. You ain't got to worry about you know
Said,
seeing me with your family and everything like that. Shoot.
what
said,
is it like? I want you to meet my dad. Like, I love you.
said laying down parallel, y'all the same height.
They ain't lying for real. Shoot, especially in the back seat.
You know what? With that being said, coming to an end with this. But no, like I said, I think the thing is with people like who are, like I said, I think I gave my answer as far as with the men. I think the thing about it is that when you have people like I say with Cam Newton, first off, the problem is when you have women who have accepted his behavior. Now, mind you, Cam, he was raised in the church. His dad is a pastor, I believe. Mom really into the word. So it's like, but Cam knows better. He knows better, but he just is in a rebellious type of mentality. He doesn't care. And then it says in the Bible, when you continuously are doing something that God has spoken to you about in more ways than one, some way, somehow, and you keep doing what you want, God's gonna put you in a reprobated mind. He's gonna hand you over to those demonic desires, and that's not gonna be fun. I can guarantee you, Cam is probably tormented. Because you can't think about it like this, Pops and KG. Y'all are married men. Imagine, and we have had this conversation. We talked about lust on here. We talked about pornography on here. We've kept it real. Now, imagine if you all are still actively out there with a sex addiction, cheating on your wife. And, and she basically, they basically accepted that. Like, well, I know he comes home, blase woo. You ain't gonna feel right about yourself. You're not.
You're not gonna feel right about yourself. That is 100% true. However, here's the thing, and I'm not trying to make it seem like that cheating on your significant other is a good thing. No, it's always a bad thing and stuff. But I just want y'all to remember one thing that the Bible did state: the flesh is weak.
That it does say. That it does say.
So let's not forget, all right? And thou shalt not pass judgment on thy neighbor.
Wait, hold up, pause. See, everybody likes to use that verse out of context. Everybody likes to use that verse out of context. Okay,
it's working. Right. It's working though.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
but I think men look at Shannon Sharp. Like I understand why Cam doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying? But I also look at Shannon Sharp and it's like, to protect your assets as a rich black man, you kind of do have to settle down. You know what I mean? Because all that reckless. You think about any problem that a rich black man has had has been regards to his penis. You know what I'm saying? Bill Cosby, Mike Tyson, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? You have to be Kanye like. That's why people call Kanye crazy, but Kanye sticks with that one chick, and he's able to dodge all the rape rumors. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So the more you out there as a rich black, none of these fools got Cam Newton's best interest at heart. At any given time, they can Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So Cam is doing himself a disservice by just being out.
That's the thing, Pops. I don't think he cares. Because if he actually cared, then he wouldn't be out here continuing to create broken homes. Let's just keep it real. The man has like 10 kids at this point by 3 different women. And again, what's gonna happen is whatever happened with the first couple, I mean, he doesn't care about that. Whatever happened with the first couple of women, the third one that he's currently with, he's gonna be gone and then he's gonna find somebody else. It's always going to be somebody to want to, like you said, there are women out here who don't mind dating a man who has multiple children. The only time I will date a man, let's say it's triplets, or quadruplets by that one woman. And let's say she's in prison for life, or it just really did not work out, or she died. I don't mind that. Okay, 4 kids to that one woman, because, okay, cool. But other than that, not 4 kids of 4 different women. And it's like, bro, what? Unless he had a child when he was 16, next child at 20, next child at 28, last child at 40, and whatever. Something where age gaps apart. Age gaps. Maybe not even that. I don't know. That's if God wants me to do that. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, how close are you to 35?
Mm-hmm.
You know that's the roadblock right there. We go after 39.99 it.
Okay.
Once you hit 35, my daughter better start giving it away, all right?
Yeah, to my husband, because I'll be married by then.
So okay, good.
This has been a great episode of Kyndra's Corner. Thank you all so much, man. Shout out to comedian Reggie Ree. I know he had to get back out there working and everything, but shout out to him. Pops, I appreciate you coming on. KG, as always, man. You are amazing. So with the audience, thank you all for the ones who had tuned in. Thank you guys for the ones who just, are always showing up and supporting. And with that being said, man, y'all be blessed. Oh, gosh. It was one of the audience members. Hey, guys, you honking. Hello.
Yeah,
hello.
Kendra said hello.
and that man who was out there peeing outside. Thank you guys so much for all of you hoes coming in and everything else, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed.
All right.
And we are